Hi everyone, today we will be looking at a new fragrance from the house of Lattafa, and this Middle Eastern fragrance house has been releasing fragrances at a rapid pace. I would love to see them slow down a bit, and that also helps in trying new fragrances and it makes it so much easier. This purple fragrance Habik is actually very interesting, so let's see what this fragrance offers. But before that, if you are watching my video for the first time, do consider subscribing to this channel and hit that like button if you like this video. And let's dive in. As always, we will start with the presentation and packaging. The bottle comes in a purple and silver box. It is mostly plain and simple except that velvety finish, which you will notice on two sides, not all four sides. As always, there is a hologram for the authenticity of the product, and rest of the things is pretty regular. At the bottom you can see the barcode and QR scanner, which might be taking you to the Lattafa website, and then there are various regular stuff you can expect from any fragrance bottle, or should I say packaging. Now let's quickly take a look at the bottle as well. I actually have mixed feeling with this bottle design. The bottle has a dark shade of purple tint and it looks like a gothic bottle design to me. Again, the bottle design is subjective in nature. You may love it or may not. Personally, I would have loved a simpler bottle design. The design you are seeing over the bottle, which looks like vines, is actually made up of plastic. On the top of the cap you can see the Lattafa logo, and these things are finished in black chrome color. The bottle design is still very interesting. Let's take a look at the cap and the atomizer. The cap has a very good weight to it. It is not light and pretty heavy, but it doesn't click onto the bottle, but it is snugly fit. Still, I would not recommend you to pick up the bottle with the help of the cap because you never know when the cap might come loose. You might have noticed the Lattafa was also written on the side of the cap and Habik on the front. Now let's take a look at the spray test. Generally, I don't see many Lattafa fragrance with pressurized atomizer. And this one is also not a pressurized atomizer, but it's totally fine. It sprays good amount of juice and the spray is also quite wide. So there is nothing to complain about, and design is totally subjective in nature. It would have been great if the cap clicked onto the place, and a pressurized atomizer would have been a nice touch. So for the packaging and presentation, an 8.5 would be great. Coming to the smell, it is actually very interesting. I personally find this fragrance to be very versatile in nature. It opens up with a hint of cardamom note and also with a strong green smell, which I was not expecting actually. For the first few minutes, the green herbal smell overpowers all other fragrance nuances, which feels a bit strange since this was supposed to be a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal Essence. It was discontinued pretty quickly, and this one is supposed to be inspired from that fragrance. Once the green Artemisia smell settles down, I get a touch of citruses, slight spicy hints, but it is not overly spicy or something like that, and I also get a touch of dark smell here, like just a hint of smokiness. It is still overall a fresh fragrance, and I think that this scent profile can be carried throughout the year. After the first half an hour, the scent becomes slightly powdery aromatic with some sweetness. But the sweetness here is very subtle in nature. It's not in the face or loud in nature. In fact, the whole fragrance is not very loud. This is not a fragrance that you would want to wear for clubbing or even the date situation, and I feel that this fragrance should be reserved for formal occasions. You can wear it casually when you are out with your friends. If you are looking for a fragrance which when you wear people just look at you, this is definitely not for you. But if you want to smell good in an understated way, then this might be the fragrance that you are looking for. There is also a bit of alcohol blast at the beginning, so don't just start sniffing just after spraying it immediately. Even though this fragrance looks very promising, I feel that it under-delivers. Not to say that it is a bad fragrance, but I don't feel that it has that wow factor. Honestly, I expected this fragrance to have little bit more cardamom and more sweetness in the form of vanilla and tonka beans in the base, especially when they had a beautiful cardamom fragrance like Lattafa Al Nasama Caprice. And I have a feeling that they might start cutting the price of this perfume. And when the pricing will be under 1800 Indian rupees mark, this could be a fragrance that you can consider for daily use. The smell certainly does have its strength. It's mature, it's versatile. Is it unisex though? I don't feel it is. I mean, you can rock whatever fragrance you want to, but with a bit of more sweetness, this cologne could have been perfectly unisex. In terms of versatility, as I had said earlier in this video, it is very versatile in nature. You can wear this fragrance in the summer or during the winter. It won't disappoint you. This is definitely not a perfume that I would recommend for a date night. The spiciness along with that little bit of smokiness makes it more formal than casual. Coming to the performance, first of all, I would recommend you to spray this fragrance at least 6 to 8 times since this is not a very strong fragrance. The projection is good for the first 45 minutes to an hour and the longevity is around 4 to 5 hours. I don't know about the scent profile, but they have certainly copied the performance of the Le Mal Essence. For the scent profile, I would give this fragrance a 7.5, and for the performance, I would give this fragrance a 6 out of 10. If you are looking for a cardamom based everyday scent, then you should take a look at this one, or even better, the Lattafa Al Nasama Caprice. For everything else, check out my other fragrance reviews. If you took anything value of this video, consider hitting that like button, and if you love fragrance related content, do hit that subscribe button as well. So that's it for today's video, and there is a very interesting fragrance in the upcoming video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.